Hello, friends. Welcome to another episode of Leadership Go with the Brainy Leadership Team. I'm Michael Brainy, and for the next four episodes or series, we are going to look at one subject, but will be taken or be looked at in different forms. And that's the subject I have entitled When You Are Leading. So when you are leading, of course, we know that at this point, we know that everyone qualifies to be a leader. Everyone is a leader. Why? Because everyone has a purpose or a calling to fulfill. So that is well understood up to this point. And so now that you have discovered your calling, or now that you know who you are or your purpose, the process of becoming is what I'm talking about. That is when you are leading. So I know myself, I know my purpose, I begin to pursue it. So when you are leading, and that is it's a process. It's more or less like a lifelong process that you have to go through. And most of the things we talk about here applies even in terms of corporate world or in terms of jobs. So you find yourself at a particular job, and in the job you are performing a particular role, or you've been placed in a particular jurisdiction, or you've been given a particular position to lead or to feel or to handle. It's the same principles that you put in when you are pursuing your purpose is the same when you come to the organizational level. So if you are at that level and you've been given a position, you know that these are your rules, or this and this is what is expected of you. That becomes sort of the purpose for which you are in that role. And once you find that purpose, there is a process you have to go through to become it or to meet the expectation. So, in as much as we are looking at it from the angle of you as an individual and your long term purpose and calling God has given you, it also applies at the organizational level. So, today we are going to look at maintaining your focus, right? So, when you are leading, and today we are looking at maintaining your focus. And focus, when we say maintaining your focus, it simply means sticking to your calling, sticking to your position, sticking to what has been given to you to do. That is what we mean by maintaining your focus. You know, a lot of things can happen that may stop you from staying focused to your purpose. And quite a number of people have given up, especially young people have given up just because they met certain things came their way or came to their path, and then they just felt like giving up. And so they couldn't go on anymore. And that is sad. And some of the things that may come up is sometimes it may be the cares of this life. I mean, health issues, work issues, a lot of things that demands your attention. Sometimes you even at a point, you honestly you may feel inadequate. You may feel you don't have the capacity to get to where you want to get to fulfill the purpose you are being called to do. You may come in enthused with a lot of strength, wanting to achieve something at the end of the day. But as you begin and become, you get to a point where you feel like you think you don't have the capacity to go on. Sometimes it may be at a junction where things becomes unclear, and it happens. Like you are moving, you are becoming, but you get to a junction, you have to take a decision, or certain activities occur in life, and it makes things a little bit foggy. It makes things a little bit some way. You are unable to identify what is going on. And these are things that constantly happen in life. So it could be the worries that you worry about things going on. It could be at a point where things are not too clear to you. Or sometimes it could even be troubles that come along the way. Criticisms and persecutions and different kinds of things that may come your way. imagine you are a leader of integrity, right? You need to stand for what is right. You have to stand for what is right. You want to stand on God's truth and live life and make impact. And you find yourself at the organizational level, you find yourself at a level where you are surrounded with so many opportunities to do the wrong thing. Now, that becomes sort of a temptation to you, because if you take the wrong path, you are not being a true leader. Sometimes also it may be just critiques, right? Whether you are doing the right thing, you are doing the wrong thing, you get people pointing at you, people saying stuff about you. And all these things sometimes become like blocks that may prevent you from achieving your purpose or becoming what you've been called to be or what God has destined you to be, right? And we have to deal with them. It will never stop. Like I said, it's part of the processes of leadership and it will never stop. So we have to deal with them. And how do we deal with them? The key here is that resting in God. That's I think that is the best thing. And how do you rest in God? It means that know that if the purpose have been entrusted to you by God, then obviously He knows that you have the ability to do it. And He has equipped you with the right tools to do it. When I mean tools, I mean your talent, inherent abilities, and things that you can fulfill that purpose. Right? So you have to, at the point where you feel like you are lost, you don't know what is going on, you have to go back to God and engage. You have to go back to the roots of the issue, which is the root of whoever gave you the purpose that has been given to you. And you have to attend to God. You have to speak to God about it. At the point where critiques are coming in, troubles are coming in, you have to embrace and know that that is a part of the process that you go through. It's never smooth. Like I stated, whether good or bad, people talk. So you just make sure you are doing the right thing, and then you go on. Always make sure that you find joy in what God has asked. You find joy in truth. You find joy in living right, in leading right, in doing the right thing. It serves like a soothing for critiques. And when the cares of this world also comes to you, the cares of your health, inadequacies and all of that, also know that you have the capacity to do it. All this makes you feel relaxed and focused to press on in your journey. So that's our call for today. Make sure that when you meet any of these things along the path in becoming what you are expected to become at organizational level or by God, you always go back, check your inherent ability, find joy in doing the right thing, and always stay connected to God. And I believe that you have all it takes to move along your life's purpose and fulfilling your purpose at any point in time. Today, I want to hear from you. If there are any specific things you want to share, exciting experiences, especially in this regard, feel free and drop them in your comments. And I'm going to catch you in our next episode. Thank you for joining us. I'm Michael Brainy. I really love you and I want you to do well. Thank you.